Hello friends, today this is just going to be one of those chit-chatty videos. Didn't have time this week to prepare anything else, but I want to talk about some things and some decks I'm enjoying, some things I'm doing, some videos. Oh my gosh, okay, so I love the start of every month because people put out their previous month favorites, and I want to give a big shout out to Candy Morgan. I'm going to pop her channel, the link to her channel in the information box. She did her her first monthly favorites video. She's a new channel, and I'm just loving her videos. I love her energy. Oh my god! And she called it June Happies, and that's why I'm wearing this shade of lipstick, because I'm not going to spoil it. You need to watch her video, so I'm going to link to it below. So I did have some time this week to do some playing with my decks. I did a couple of deck modifications last week or earlier this week. I don't even know what day that was. I showed you that I had gotten the Byzantine Tarot. I got it at a very reasonable price because the person who was selling it just didn't have the time to modify it, and it needed to be modified because she got it from the she got it from the publisher, manufacturer, whatever you want to call it, with really badly cut corners. Like, these corners were mangled. They look all chewed up. This is the guidebook, and I think I'm pretty sure I showed you this in my last video, but I just wanted to share with you the finished product. I did post on my Instagram the Byzantine Tarot once I finished the modification. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I started with a oh, see, it doesn't really it doesn't even, you can't really, you could probably see the effect. The first, I did one coat of edging with a marker that was basically like a matte gold color that matched this color on the backs of the cards. And it was really uneven, especially in the corners, as you could see where the glitter stuck more, because I had to recut all the corners, right? So the cardstock isn't finished like it is on the sides. It's raw on the corners from being cut. So after I did it with that matte gold marker, wasn't too impressed. I didn't like it. It was uneven. It was like darker on the corners, and like some decks it suits, and this one it just didn't suit it. So I have Crayola markers, the Crayola glitter markers, and in the shade Gold Metal, I just went over this matte gold. Let me see if I could get this. That's what it really looks like, kind of. Yeah, I went over the matte gold marker to give it a little more dimension, a little more depth. And I thought that a marker called Gold Metal would be gold glitter. No, my friends. The Crayola glitter markers, the base is a different color. The glitter is all silver. So that's the only... but they look like 100 times better than they did when I got them. All the corners are even. I did with the large corner my large corner rounder, which isn't that large, so it looks great. And if you're wanting a flip through of this deck, just leave me a comment below. I'm not going to take up the time now to do a complete flip through, but just want to show you that the majors. So there's no gold leaf on the actual card. Someone had asked me if there's gold on the cards, and there's none at all. It's actually quite a plain card, like plain as in P-L-I-A-N. Ordinary. It's a very ordinary cardstock. But the colors are incredible. Look at these backs. And the artwork is by Silla Conway. And I love Byzantine style art. So the majors all have these kind of borders. The swords. Now, I don't feel that the borders match the suit. Well, I don't feel that this burgundy color matches the swords, but I don't care. They're still beautiful. What it does do is this burgundy color Contrasts really well with the grays. But there's like lots of red in the sword suit, and I haven't read the guidebook yet. I don't know if this is one of those decks that reverses the elements between wands and swords. So I don't know. I think it's beautiful. If it is one of those decks where the guidebook reverses the swords and the wands, well, I'll just ignore it. This is the suit of pentacles. So it's very green, very dark green. It's a beautiful green. These are staffs or wands, which look very gray, right? It looks like it might be swords instead. Well, I'm gonna have to check that guidebook, and I don't know. No matter. And this is the suit of cups. No matter. She looks beautiful now. Of course, with this, what no one ever talks about is that when you edge your decks, depending on the color you use and the markers you use and the cardstock, this one, the glitter is coming off on my hands. It is what it is. The next deck modification, I was halfway in when I realized why I don't edge any of my decks in blue. It was too late. I was halfway through. So this is my Byzantine Tarot. Guidebook is John Matthews. The art is Scylla Conway. And this is the one that I mentioned in my previous videos being re-released in the fall. Love how that love how that deck mod turned out. Okay. Next thing I wanted to share is I'm like the last person. I'm like the last tarot enthusiast, oracle card lover, whatever, to get this. It's funny because it's set on my wish list for years. Since it came out, really. So I just got it and I thought, oh my god, these you know what they want? These cards, they want the nice midnight blue kind of edging to go with the midnight blue on the backs. Love how it turned out. Halfway through I remembered why I don't edge any of my decks in blue. Blue is the worst ink. It keeps rubbing off on your hands forever. This is Sharpie. Sharpie in every other shade, no problem. Although I've never done red. I don't know if red rubs off. Blue, whether it's the light blue or the dark blue, like whether it's the regular blue or this dark midnight blue, terrible. Sometimes, depending on the cardstock, even the black Sharpie rubs off. And it's a permanent marker. But I love these. I don't think anyone's never seen these. They're by Hay House. They're really affordable. I love the backs with the different phases of the moon. And Moonology, they're moon phases. It's a deck of moon phases, and then there's cards about, you know, the moon in different houses, the moon in different signs. Love it. I was going to get her book Moonology, but maybe one of you who are watching this video could tell me what you think of it if you have it. I find there was just too many reviews on Amazon. It was overwhelming. People love it. They don't explain why they love it. People hate it. They don't explain why they hate it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. I just couldn't be bothered. So if you're watching this and you have the book Moonology, let me know what you think of it in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. Or if you've done a video review and you want to just pop the link in the comments section, that would be great. Also, her astrology book. I don't remember what the title is, but it's the one, I think it's supposed to be, I can't tell because when you look inside with Amazon, it doesn't really show you much. But I think her astrology book is you're supposed to take, or supposed to, like, you can take your birth chart and plug it into the book, and it helps you learn how to read your birth chart, if that's correct. Anyway, if that's correct or wrong, please let me know in the info, in the comments section if you have it and what you think of it, if you recommend it or not. But these are, I don't know what took me so long to get them. They are totally my aesthetic. Moon, dark blue, black cards. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know. I don't know what took me so long. But I have them now. I just got them today and I edged them. They literally just arrived today. All right. The next two decks I wanted to share is because they're identical. I just realized I didn't put either one of them in order. So I'm thinking I'm going to pause and do that quickly. So it's literally gone like a minute, and I started putting one deck in order, and didn't feel like it. I'm sorry, people. I just looked at it and said, like, fuck it. So sorry about that, but I will show you both decks. And I got this one because I've been wanting to get a Lucy Cavendish deck, because people love Lucy Cavendish decks, and not a fan of a lot of the artwork on her decks, and not that I'm not a fan, it doesn't resonate with me. But I had seen a review where someone had read from the guidebook, and this sounded like a really interesting deck, so I got this one. But I'm shallow, people, very shallow. So this is what it looks like. This used to be brown, and I went on. I think I'm repeating myself. I think I mentioned this in a video, not like one of my last videos. These are the backs. I went on to Canadian Facebook Tarot and Oracle trading kind of page, and asked if anyone had, like, you know, the earlier one that's brown. And someone said, well, the French translation, the French language Oracle deck is still brown. Oh my god, people. I thought I was being whatever, but see, this is totally not my aesthetic, and there's something about this this look that doesn't suit this deck. Let me show you what the French one looks like. So here it is. There's no gilding or anything. It's a nice this is Blue Angel. Nice two-part box. Sorry, let me do this a little more properly. Nice two-part box. Book. Guidebook. The cards come with a little cellophane, like, you know, this guy holding it together, boxed securely. Oh, it's upside down, but it doesn't matter. You don't see the back. So this is how it comes, right? So I got the French language one in the mail yesterday, the day before. I'm going to show you how it differs. Now, I don't know what the original, like what the first edition or first printing of the English language one looked like, but I will show you what you get when you order the French one. This is Oracle des Fées, which is exactly, as you can see, that it's the same oracle. The box sizes, the French language box is just a little larger. It's a little taller. You open it up, you literally get it in a satin bag. So already I'm thinking, And this was sealed. It was cellophaned, like it was shrink wrapped. So it's not like it was someone put it. No, no. It actually comes this way. This is the guidebook. The French guidebook is thicker. So here, let me show you. The French guidebook is significantly thicker than the English guidebook. And that's probably just a function of the fact that the French language is a little more literary. The French language uses more words to describe things. So I haven't compared the two, but that's my guess, because the font size is actually smaller in the French guidebook than it is in the English guidebook. And I see that in the English guidebook it's just a thumbnail for the cards. So let me see if the French guidebook is a bigger picture. No, it's just a thumbnail, but it's one of these kind of thumbnails, right? So anyway, so that's the guidebook. The cards come in this really nice bag. It's a nice touch. And in the bag, the cards were secured with that cellophane band thing. You ready? I don't know what the original English version looked like, but here's the French one. And it has gold gilding. And it's the nice, smooth gold gilding. It's not the one that's sharp or sticks out from the edges of the cards. Like, it's not the gold gilding that feels thicker than the card. So yeah, let's compare. Wonder if it's better to compare the same card. Here. Oh, that was lucky. So the cards are, let's compare the size of the cards. Guys, might as well do the full. So the French language ones look to be a little thicker. The deck's a little thicker. Let's see. A little. The cards are a millimeter taller and wider, about a couple of millimeters taller and wider. So they're just slightly larger, very slight. This is the Blue Angel, and this is, oh, I should have told you, it's Edition Exergue. Oh my God. I didn't put them in order, so you'll have to just look at them. Look at this. I find, again, I never had the first edition of the ones in English to know if it makes such a difference in the coloration, but I do find that the artwork just pops better with the brown. So, pretty happy. Now, I'm fluently bilingual, so I'm okay with the French language guidebook, but suppose you're not, and you already have the wild wisdom of the fairy oracle in English. Nothing prevents you from getting the French language cards, and just, the cards are numbered. You could look, and you could use your English language guidebook. This is probably annoying. I probably should at least try to match some of these cards, huh? Okay. Let me see. I'm out of sorts, people. I'm out of sorts. Sorry about that. Okay, Just this is the last one, but at least you're comparing apples to apples instead of apples to oranges. So again, the backs. There's something just far more magical and mystical about this look versus this look. So one last time, just to show you. Oh, sorry. That's what oh my gosh. People, I'm telling you. And okay, you know what? I better just stop because I'm obviously all over the place today. I'm not I don't know what I'm doing. It's bad. So that was my comparison of Oracle des Fées and The Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. Artwork by, I knew this, artwork by Selena Fennick. I enjoy it. I enjoy this one, but I love this one. Like aesthetically, this is for me. This is more my aesthetic. So I'm pretty happy I got it. So if you're interested in look, you know, if you're looking around for this, it's Oracle des Fées. Okay, and I saw it on 2 online French bookstores. I'm sure that, you know, there's metaphysical stores and that carry it. Must be metaphysical stores in Quebec that carry it. Maybe it's even available in France, if you live in France or Belgium, or if you live in Europe, maybe you'll be able to get these. I live in Canada. I ordered mine from Renaud Bray, which is an online kind of. It's like a Barnes and Noble online. So is and another store that has it is Archambault. I've ordered from both stores over the years and online stores, and stuff arrives. It's good. Oh my god. Okay. I think I've done enough today on video. I'm sorry. I will be back next week with the next video on manifesting the life you desire. I will promise to be focused when I present that. And that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm wishing you all a beautiful day.